Assalamu alaikum, family. Hope you all are having a blessed, wonderful day. This is Ryan X coming to you live. Hope you all are doing well. Um, you know what they say, what they like to say, TGIF, thank God it's Friday. Happy Friday. Well, we thank God for every day because every day is a blessing and a lesson to be learned. So, and then it's another chance for us to get it right than the previous day. So, this is the day that Allah, God has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. And we just thank Him for allowing us to see another day because He didn't have to do it, but He allowed us to see another day. And we give thanks and praise to Him for that. All praises are due to Allah. If in the likelihood that you're having one of those days, always remember this. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Keep your hope, trust, and faith in Allah God, and He will see you through. I could definitely bear witness to that. So, Stephen A. Smith, someone who I'm not a huge fan of at all. His voice annoys me. Not a fan of this guy. He is wrong on a lot of topics, especially when it comes to sports. Now he's speaking on politics, which it's like, bro, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. But I will admit this. Um, I agree with him on his constructive criticisms of U.S. Representative Jasmine Crockett. I agree with him 1,000% on what he said. So I'm just paraphrasing. So what he pretty this was last week. So pretty much what he said, Jasmine Crockett going off about Trump. How is that helping her district? And let me see here. Jasmine Crockett is the representative. Let's see here. Texas 30th Congressional District. Texas 30th Congressional District. It incorporates much of the city of Dallas, other parts of Dallas, and Tarrant counties, and it's primarily Black and Hispanic majority areas. The district contains the University of North Texas at Dallas, UNT Law, and Texas Women's University at Dallas. It also incorporates Dallas Love Field Airport and University of Texas Southwestern Medical Center. But it includes the counties of Dallas and Tarrant counties and much of the city of Dallas. And that's Texas 30th District. And this is where Jasmine Crockett is the representative. So Stephen A. said that her going off about Trump and the Republicans is not beneficial to the constituents of her district. And I agree with him on that. I agree with him wholeheartedly. He did not call her out her name. He did not disparage her. He did not make fun of her. He just called a ball and a strike. Um, and he was right. He was absolutely right because Jasmine Crockett. I'm not a fan of Jasmine Crockett either because what is she doing for her people? What is she doing for Black people? Nothing. Nothing. And I know some people who may see this video are going to criticize me for criticizing her. And that's fine. You have a right to your opinion. That's cool. But keep it respectful. That's all I ask. And I'll address that later at the end of this video. But let's keep it real. Let's keep it 1,000. What is she doing for her constituents? Her getting into these fights with Republicans and calling Trump out his name, cussing Trump out, it's not serving her constituents. It's not doing her constituents anything. It's not helping them out in the least bit. It's not. We just gotta keep it 1,000 on that. It's not helping them out. Um, and she needs to stop with this. She's actually doing Trump a favor. She's actually giving him more power than what he deserves because she salute to you. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're doing well today. Um, it's crazy because she keeps telling Black people that Trump is responsible for people not being able to put food on the table. He's responsible for the shutdown. He's responsible for this. He's responsible for uh, you not being able to walk down the street and without being harassed. He's responsible for X, Y, and Z. He's responsible for you not raising your children and not loving you. Stop, lady. Stop it. Stop it. Shut your mouth. You're giving too much power to Donald J. Trump. That man, one white man, is not responsible for the problems that's going on this country, particularly this government shutdown. That's a collective effort from your fellow party, Miss Crockett, your fellow party, the Democrats. They're responsible for this too, just as well as the Republicans. They're both pieces of shit. Excuse me for saying that, but they're both devils. The Republicans, as well as the Democrats, are both devils. They both responsible for this government shutdown. They're responsible for people, air traffic controllers, TSA agents. They're responsible for them working for nothing, literally. These people have to go to work and not get paid. TSA agents, air traffic controllers. Y'all know how I can't imagine how stressful that job is, being an air traffic controller. You work in crazy hours, and you have to make a sound judgment, because people's lives will be at stake if you make a critical error, and you have to go to work and not get paid. You have to worry about how you're gonna make ends meet. Meanwhile, trying to do your job to the best of your ability, because people's lives are at stake if you make a critical error. We've seen it happen before. But you're not getting paid. TSA agents, I'm not making light of their jobs. You got to deal with unruly passengers, customers who don't want to comply. And you got to look past that, do your job to the best of your ability. Meanwhile, you're not getting a paycheck. You got to worry about how you're going to pay your rent, how you're going to pay your car note, how you're going to put food on the table. Dealing with unruly people. But we want to blame that on Trump. That's Trump's fault. That's solely on Donald Trump. You do know, Jasmine Crockett, that there are Democrats in Congress as well, in both the House and the Senate. Yes, we know that the Republicans have taken control of Congress, of both the House and the Senate. But you also have Democrats who are in the House and the Senate, Miss Crockett. So they hold some blame for this too, Miss Crockett. You can't blame Donald Trump for this. And I'm not defending Trump. I'm just telling the truth like it is. You can't put this on one white man. You're giving him too much, like he Thanos. You're giving this man too much power. And that's what gets on my nerve. And she wanna tell these lies to black people. Well, he's responsible for it. It's not black folk. It's not transgender folk. It's not the illegal immigrant. No one said it was. What are you talking about, lady? See, you sitting up here fighting for the rights of everybody else, but you're not fighting for the people who elected you. You don't have their back. Before I go any further, hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button now, hit that subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do videos on here. That's what gets on my nerves with people like her. It just, oh. And we know Stephen A. Smith, he's quick to criticize black people. We know that. But that's another story for another day. I'm concentrating on this right here. And he was right. I have to admit, he was 1,000% right. But here's the thing. The people who are criticizing Stephen A. Smith for being critical for using constructive criticism regarding Jasmine Crockett are the same people who hold the testicles of Joe Biden. They're the same people who would happily and gladly hold the testicles of Joe Biden and will happily and gladly buck dance for Gretchen Whitmer or any other white liberal. That's not cooning. Y'all want to sit up here and call Stephen A. coon for being critical of Jasmine Crockett, but meanwhile, like I said, y'all want to gladly and happily hold the testicles of Joe Biden, tickle his testicles, and sit up here and buck dance for Gretchen Whitmer or any other white Democrat, white liberal. That's not cooning. It's the same thing. That's cooning. I don't think Stephen A. Smith was cooning this time. He was just, like I said, he was just telling it like it is. And he's right. Dr. King realized you had to work with your enemy. He worked with Lyndon Johnson to get the Civil Rights Bill signed. He worked with Lyndon Johnson to get the Voting Rights Act signed. He worked with Lyndon Johnson to get the Fair Housing Act signed. You see where I'm going with this? You have to work with your enemy. But now we in this age, we want to cuss out our enemy. Well, you might, because it's the cool thing to do. And we want to call this her being brave. How is it being brave? It's serving yourself. You're not doing anyone else any favors by cussing out the president of the United States, by cussing out the Republicans. How's that helping your constituents? How? You're still getting paid during this shutdown, Miss Crockett, like those Republicans are. Are you gonna write somebody a check to put food on the table, to pay their car note, to pay their rent, to make ends meet? No, you're not. You're still gonna get your extensions, get your nails done, wear your fancy clothes, go to parties, and then portray the angry black woman on TV when we know you're anything but that. So spare me the BS, lady. And not just her, but it goes to these Republicans too, because y'all are at fault with this shutdown. This is this is y'all's fault as well as the Republicans' fault. If the government shuts down, no members of Congress, no politicians should be getting paid. If those who work at the VA hospital, the national parks, the national museums, TSA agents, air traffic controllers, if they're not getting a paycheck, neither should a member of Congress. Neither should the President of the United States or the Vice President or the Speaker of the House. No one should be getting a paycheck. If the people in the military are not receiving a paycheck, those young men and women who held their right hand and firmly swore to defend this nation against terrorists, foreign and domestic, to uphold and fight for the Constitution of these United States, if they're not getting a paycheck, neither should the members of Congress. Let's be fair about it. All around, let's be fair. It is no way that multimillionaires who run this government, some of them are even billionaires, multimillionaires, and some even billionaires who, that's the problem right there. Let's just stop right there. That's the issue I have. The founding fathers, yes, they had many, 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 many evils. I am not holding them in high regard. They were not divine people. And I'm not trying to put that on them right now. But they did not want government officials, those who swore to work for their constituents, people who elected them to office. They did not want them to be millionaires and billionaires to make the laws for the working class. They did not intend for them to sell out to the highest bidder, meaning self-interest groups. That was not the intent of the government, to have billionaires and multimillionaires make laws for you and I. But they don't abide by them. The government is has shut down. This is day 17 of the shutdown. It's been damn near 3 weeks. It's gone 2.5 weeks. It's going on this third week. Well, in its third week. They did not intend for this to happen. But yet, multimillionaires and some even billionaires are still receiving a paycheck. They're still getting their benefits. They're still able to put food on their table. They're still able to take vacations, still be able to not miss a beat. But you have these federal employees, and many of them have been furloughed. They have been fired by Trump. They have been furloughed. They can't put food on the table. They can't pay their rent. They can't pay their car note. They can't pay whatever bills they have. And people do not want to work with you these days. They don't care. They want their money. These landlords, they want their money. They're not trying to hear that you lost your job and not getting a paycheck, or that you're working and you just working for the hell of it. You're working for free. They're not trying to hear that. They want their money. It's like they're saying from Goodfellas, F you, pay me. Those of you who watch Goodfellas know what I'm talking about. F you, pay me. You can't take out another loan from the bank? F you, pay me. You're not bringing in any money? F you, pay me. That's how these landlords are. That's how these credit unions or these banks are with these car loans. F you, pay me. That's the mentality they have. So Stephen A. Smith was right. I don't say that often, but he was right on this. She's not doing her constituents any favors by sitting up here having beef with Trump. And all it is it's for clicks. And let's be real, it's cute for TikTok, for Instagram, on social media. It gets a lot of likes and clicks. It's for clickbait. That's all it's for. But it's not helping Joe and Jane public. Let's keep it 1,000. It's not. So again, I agree with Stephen A. Smith for what he said. Willie D, my brother, you was wrong on this one. Godfrey, my brother, you were wrong on this one. Y'all got to think outside the box. Yes, y'all looking at the fact that she's a sister, but you got to think outside the box. How is this helping her constituents? Can y'all answer that question? Do y'all really think Trump is responsible for everything that's going wrong? He's solely responsible for it. The Democrats are not responsible. It's solely on Trump. You're fooling yourselves, and y'all need to get your heads out the sand. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button now. Hit that subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do videos on here. I'm gonna hop off of here, y'all. I think I got my point across on this topic. I hope that I did. If so, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear them, love to see them. Like I said earlier, I know for a fact that there are going to be those who disagree with me vehemently on this. And I'm cool with that. That's fine and dandy. All I ask is in your disagreements, well, before that, Let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Too bad that people can do that with Stephen A. Smith. It's a damn shame. But let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. And in our disagreements, let's use logic, common sense, facts, and respect, not emotion and disrespect. That'll get you nowhere. So just keep that in mind. Share this video, share it, share it, share it. Make it go viral. Let's have the conversation, please. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank you for supporting my YouTube channel. I have other things coming down the trough here in the future. I was supposed to do an interview with a cousin of mine, one of my first cousins. He's a comedian, but our schedules conflicted, so I'm still working on that. So stay tuned. I'm gonna start doing interviews on here, so stay tuned for that. But meanwhile, thank y'all for rocking with me. Um, I love y'all, and I don't take y'all love and support for granted. So please continue to rock with your brother. Brothers as well as sisters, y'all be safe out here. Beware and be aware. Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy now more than ever before. So whether you're going to work, coming home from work, dropping your children off at school, picking them up, running errands, on vacation, at home, doing whatever the case may be, beware and be aware. We cannot afford to fall asleep at the wheel at this hour. Those of y'all in the Nation of Islam, General Order number 2. Keep that in mind. Y'all know what I'm referring to. So let's be safe out here. Beware and be aware. I love y'all. I will talk to y'all sooner than later, inshallah, and have a blessed day. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum.